choices we make every day have consequences. January 5th, 2013 in Aachen, Germany. It's a cold, rainy day. I'm 24 years old and I'm sitting in a doctor's waiting room. Just a couple of weeks ago, I was traveling the world in Sri Lanka and India. I just graduated with a master's degree. I was on top of the world. Never really cared how much I ate or drank. Pizzas here, burgers there. I was invincible. Now, I'm sitting in a urologist's office in a room full of gray hair men in their 70s, all smelling like Old Spice cologne. What is going on? Why am I here? Why? My name gets called, and the next thing I know, I'm sitting with my pants down on this cold, sterile doctor's table. Not my sexiest moment, to be honest. Dr. Horstman gets right into it. I'm starting to get a little nervous, but this will only take a few minutes and I will never ever tell anybody what happened. The gel from the ultrasound machine is cold. I hear the machine humming. I'm in a bad movie. Then Dr. Horstman turns around, looks up and tells me, Michael, I found something. It's cancer. We should schedule surgery for tomorrow. That moment changed my life forever. And not only were the next few weeks and months filled with surgery and chemotherapy, it set in motion a desperate quest for answers. Why do people get cancer? What can I do? Can I even prevent this? What I found shocked me. In 2018, the World Health Organization, the WHO, stated that up to 50% of cancers are preventable by avoiding several risk factors. Among those risk factors is diet. According to an earlier study from the WHO in 2011, up to 30% of all cancers are directly linked to poor diet habits. That means the foods we eat can be a major contributor in avoiding cancers. But not just with cancers. The WHO further states that a healthy diet can help prevent other major chronic diseases like obesity, cardiovascular disease, and diabetes. Health is on top of mind from so many of us, and those challenges are not only my story. In 2019, 41 million people died from chronic diseases. That's half the population of Germany in just 1 year. That's 80 people every minute, 4,800 people every hour dying from chronic diseases. And what we learned last year in 2020 is people with chronic diseases and subsequent weakened immune systems are also at most risk at a pandemic. And that made me wonder, is one of the biggest threats to humanity what's on our plates? To put this threat into perspective, let's compare it to other major human threats. According to the yearly global death statistics from the WHO, chronic diseases make up to 70% of all deaths in the world. Cardiovascular disease alone are costing 18 million people's lives every year. And comparing this to other major threats, like natural disasters that cost 10,000 people's lives a year, it's clear to me. Currently, it is one of the biggest threats to us as humans. And how do we normally deal with threats to us as humans? Let's look at the example of natural disasters. Isn't after every natural disaster the first thing we hear in the news, how can we prevent this from ever happening again? Throughout history, we as humans and us in society, we invested and invented in technology and early warning systems to help prevent people dying in earthquakes, hurricanes, tsunamis. We invented a seismograph hundreds of years ago to measure the tiniest ground movements to help predict earthquakes. As a result, people dying in natural disasters has come down by 80% over the last decades. Let's look at another human threat to us, dying in a car accident. We invented and introduced seat belts, speed limits. We're building safer cars. We invented airbags. Similar to natural disasters, we're not 100% safe, but we're doing everything in our control to reduce our risk factors. As a result, people dying in car accidents have come down by 60% since 1990 in countries like Germany or the UK. In the same time span, people dying from chronic diseases has gone up by 50%. We need to start treating chronic diseases with the same seriousness and the same urgency than other major threats to us as humans. And I know we're spending already millions and millions of dollars every year in early detection, medical advancements, and technology. And all of these fields have seen tremendous improvements. However, we need to start focusing on prevention, similar to natural disasters or car-side accidents. We need to build systems that help prevent millions of people getting chronically ill in the first place, not just only treating the disease or detecting it early. And this is the great news I have today. We already have the greatest technology for prevention with us. A technology so sophisticated that modern scientists can still not figure it out. It's our own body. Our own body can act as our own seismograph. It can give us precise warning systems and signs if something is not right. It is programmed to be healthy and actually prevent illnesses. It just needs the right inputs. So instead of only looking at medical advancements and technology, we need to start using the existing capabilities within our own bodies, the existing technology, to help prevent chronic diseases. And we are in control of that technology. I know what you might think. I get it, it's a major threat. But what has my own body to do with it? How can I control it? Every modern technology in our world, our body needs energy. And the energy for humans comes from the foods we eat. That might be shocking to some. We don't only need to eat because we feel like it, because we want to look a certain way, or because it tastes so good. We need to eat to provide our body with the nutrients. And those nutrients can help and provide our body with the energy, the growth, and the support for all essential functions in the body. And those nutrients are vitamins, minerals, carbohydrates, fats, and water. To have our body operating at the highest capacity, our body needs the right amount of nutrients. Too much or too little can actually lead to a dysfunctioning body and can ultimately lead to a disease. So all we need to do is feeding our body with the right inputs. Isn't that easy? According to a 2017 study from the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, the CDC in the US, 9 out of 10 Americans don't eat enough fruits and vegetables every single day and therefore don't get enough of those nutrients. Similar data in the EU shows 8 out of 10 people don't eat enough fruits and vegetables every single day. Think about it. What did you eat yesterday? Did that include a lot of real fruits and vegetables? Chances are it did not. Instead, we're eating a typical Western diet. Burgers, pizza, fries, snacks, candy, convenience, fast food. A Western diet consistently or predominantly consists of highly processed foods, a lot of sugar, highly refined and saturated fats, and a ton of animal protein. We don't have to be scientists to see that this kind of diet cannot be healthy because it lacks those nutrients our body needs. Those nutrients coming from fruits and vegetables. Our body and our diet may be directly linked to those chronic diseases I mentioned earlier. And I hear people often say, I get it, I need to eat healthier, but just this one meal, that doesn't make a difference. According to a 2006 study from the Heart Health Research Institute in Sydney, Australia. It showed that after one high-fat meal, one fast food meal, the arteries in our bodies can clog up by up to 40% after just one meal. We are in total control to create a healthy or unhealthy environment within our body. The technology in our body is capable of preventing diseases. It just needs the right inputs. We are in control, and our everyday choices, they matter. So we need to treat chronic diseases like other major human threats, and our everyday choices have consequences. So how does a perfect plate look like? What is the optimal input that our body needs to function at the highest capacity? According to the official Harvard Medical School recommendations, it is plant-based. The majority of the plate is plants. 50% of your meal should be fruits and vegetables. The more variety, the better for your body. Whole foods that are minimally processed and have the highest amounts of those nutrients. Think about it like adding color to your meal, like the greens, like zucchini, green beans, broccoli, like the orange, like carrots, or maybe like yellow, like squash, not like French fries. Another 25% should be whole grains. This one is easy. Instead of your white pasta, your white bread, swapping it out for a healthier grain alternative, whole wheat pasta, brown rice, simple and easy. And the last 25% of your meal is your choice of protein. According to Harvard, the more plant-based your meal and your plate, the better. So instead of your typical meat and fish, think about a plant-based alternative. Nuts, beans, or a plant-based meat option. There are 3 easy steps you can make your meal healthier. 3 easy steps. Number 1, can I add a color from a fruit and vegetable? Number 2, can I swap to a healthier grain? And number 3, can I choose a plant-based protein? 3 steps, simple and easy. If I can do it coming from a very meat-heavy German household, you can do it too. Changing the way we think about our food and our food choices doesn't only affect ourselves. According to a special report by the UN in 2019, a plant-based diet can help reduce the greenhouse gas emissions in our environment by over 50%. 50%. The UN concludes that the actual answer to our climate crisis is also on our plates. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a doctor. I'm a cancer survivor and I'm a student of research. My journey started on this cold, rainy day in this waiting room full of gray-haired men in their 70s. You don't have to let it get that far. All this data is publicly available. One of the biggest threats to humanity may be right in front of us, maybe what's on our plates. It's time to take action right now. Chronic diseases don't have to be chronic forever. We can prevent these with our lifestyle choices. It is in our control. I'm on a mission to redefine and refine what we choose to put on our plates. And I invite you to join me, to think about food a little differently. And if you do, it will make a huge difference for yourself, humanity as a whole, and our planet. That's the new world normal I would like to live in. Thank you.